Welcome to Dr. Dave's Diner. Real psychology for real people by a real psychologist. You have your coffee?
Grudges are a big burden to shoulder. Life is full of disappointments. These can be personal setbacks, unwanted professional delays, or even personal betrayals. Often we want to blame someone or something for these setbacks. Sometimes other people are clearly at fault and responsible. Other times, uncontrollable factors such as the weather, economic downturns, or a shift in cultural norms are the cause. Whatever the source, we basically have two options for handling our disappointments. We can work through them, or we can develop a grudge. Working through your disappointments means facing the change of circumstances head-on, admitting your feelings, and learning to accept your new state of affairs and eventually embracing the future. Hard as it might be, working through things in this way frees us up to enjoy our lives and relationships. In contrast, a grudge develops when we don't face our true feelings, and we can't admit the truth of our new situation, and we refuse to adapt and embrace the changes necessary to move ahead. We complain and hold on to feelings of resentment and bitterness, and the longer we carry this grudge around, the more likely we are to end up with a crippling burden that can stunt our personal and professional growth. A grudge is another name for pain or hurt. It is a wound that hasn't healed. The wound might start out as a bad business deal, a broken promise, or a dashed hope. Left unattended, it can turn into anger. This is not unexpected. Hurt is one of the two core emotions that can lead to anger. Fear is the other. Eventually, this hurt morphs into an emotional icon that we cling to and either can't or won't let go. This will set us up for a rather grim future. There is much research identifying the effects of anger or unresolved hurt on physical disease. Anger doesn't cause cancer or ulcers, but when someone is resentful or openly angry about something, the cancer or ulcer will either get worse or maybe won't heal. The effect of a grudge isn't restricted to the body. Relationships are equally affected. Long-standing hurt within a marriage or family can tear it apart. People in emotional pain are difficult to live with. Others in our life become affected by our grouchiness and otherwise discontent demeanor. They might choose to stick it out with us, but they also might choose to leave, which in turn piles more hurt onto our grudge. Resentment can be passed on from one generation to another. This type of long-standing resentment can extend way beyond personal grievances. Ultimately, a grudge is the heaviest burden you can carry and the most destructive. The good news is that it also is easy to drop. The first step to dropping a grudge is to admit to yourself that you are in fact carrying a grudge. Next, talk to someone about your grudge. Finally, when possible, address your hurt with whoever started it. In so doing, you will be relieved of a load that doesn't need to be carried. I'm clinical psychologist David NieKamp, and you've been listening to Dr. Dave's Diner. You can find me at dr.daves.diner@gmail.com. Come back next week and bring a friend. We will serve you up something good. In the meantime, enjoy what life brings you one day at a time. We'll see you then.